The next is in at least one borough declaring a state of emergency. AccuWeather's Monica downtown in State College with the driver trapped under power lines. He said it's like you're safe in there in a car. That driver is okay, but at least 4 are dead in Pennsylvania, including at least people who were electrocuted.
David, back here in Texas, travelers are scrambled with more than 850 a majority of those cancellations happening right here at Addai Airport. David?
And I know you still have watches, and in fact, primarily east of Dallas there tonight, Maria. Thank you for leading us off. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. All the way up in upstate New York.
It's a dual threat tonight. We have active severe thunderstorm warnings and heavy light. It's a threat of damaging winds and hail, and then the flooding threat as well. And this area is just going to creep eastward during the overnight, means extensive flash flooding. A lot of these areas, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, we've seen up to a half foot of rain, and we've had the wettest month of April all time across the state of Oklahoma. That's significant risk from Waco up to about Fort Smith. From Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, and down once again to Texas. David?
Lee Goldberg back with us tonight. Lee, thank you. We turn down to the U.S. economy tonight. The new numbers just in showing the American economy shrinking since President Trump took office. After 33 straight months of growth before he took office, the nation's output of goods and services, the GDP, decreasing at an annual rate of 0.3% from January to March. President Trump tonight blaming President Biden, not his and what President Trump said today about store shelves and toys to what might be available for children. Mary Bruce at the White House tonight.
Also, as President Trump dubbed his the American economy shrinking, the gross declining 0.3% in the first 3 months of this year. The president, fully aware of how the market reacted to his tariffs, today instead blaming his predecessor.
We've heard some numbers today, and I have to start off by saying that's Biden. That's not Trump.
The president urging Americans to be patient while insisting that the concern has nothing to do with tariffs. But before Trump took office, there were 33 straight months of growth. Now economists say Trump's tariffs have created new uncertainty. Wall Street seeing its worst start to a presidential term since Nixon in 1974. 4 hours before today's economic report, our Terry Moran asking the president about fears his trade policy will fuel inflation.
There is a concern out there. People are worried. It's the people who voted for you saying, I didn't sign up for this. So how do you answer those concerns? Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on.
Trade with China hit with 145% tariffs, dramatically slowing. The number of cargo ships coming into the port of Los Angeles next week down 36% from this time last year. Sources tell us Target and Walmart have warned the president that consumers could soon be seeing a shelf. Trump today seeming to acknowledge that, but brushing it off when talking about dolls for children.
Somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of 30. And maybe the $2 will come up as one of the dollars, but we're something that we have to go out of our way.
The president of the U.S. economy, the shrinking GDP report today. Mary Bruce live at the White House. Other breaking developments were the U.S. and Ukraine had just signed a key deal for those rare earth minerals. Tell us.
They have, and David, this deal comes just days after President Trump met with Ukrainian President Zelensky at the Pope's funeral. It gives the U.S. access to some of Ukraine's mineral resources and also builds goodwill between the two countries that have been at odds for several months now. The Treasury Secretary tonight saying this deal, quote, signals clearly to Russia that the Trump administration is committed to a peace process. David.
All right, Mary Bruce at the White House tonight. Mary, thank you. We turn now to the horrific accident reportedly involving NFL legend John Elway. The Hall of Famer reportedly driving a golf cart when his longtime friend and agent fell off the cart, hit his head, and died. What police are saying about this tonight.
So Felix Addai in apartment 4J. Felix Addai. They call him Felix the Cat. Addai. He's a Hellenic Black Panther. Baphomet, like demon Rastafari, Jamaican. Guy's got all kinds of different stereotypes that he clings to. Wow. They all think they're gods with their antennas up in the wall. You hear Felix all the time sticking his antennas up in the wall. He sticks the antenna up in the wall by the air conditioner. He sticks the antenna up in the wall right there where I charge my phone, and you can hear him doing it. And he doesn't care that you hear him doing it because he thinks he's a Hellenic Greek god with his antennas. That's Felix the cat Addai in 4J. Destroying my TV picture. He did it all day yesterday. Then they blocked me from sleeping last night. Then Tanasha Raymond, the one who does the SHA fingerprints for the root certificate authorities, the roots in the phone. When you look at a root certificate authority, you'll see there's a SHA fingerprint for the root certificate authority. That's what Tanasha Raymond does. It's her Hellenic fictitious name to try to evade and obstruct the path to justice so that the police won't be able to catch her. They sit in their apartments on their computers all day long, doing nothing but transmitting deadly force radio waves to me, my TV, my phone, and hacking anything and everything that's electronic, and they think that they are Greek gods with it. And they worship each other. And this whole building is filled with nothing but Hellenic people who think that they're Greek gods that everybody should bow down to. Carmen Ortiz in 5K, Chris Koss in 5E, Jermaine in 5P. This fucking guy breaks into my apartment and steals poetry from me and goes and gives it to Felix, and they fucking racketeer profits off my shit. It's a Death Star satellite up in the sky for people that transmit deadly force radio waves to innocent people, right? Okay, anytime anybody uses a deadly force on a civilian or a police officer, there are laws that authorize that police officer or that civilian to use the same deadly force back to preserve their life, liberty, and property as per the United States Constitution law for the 14th Amendment. Yeah. No state shall make or enforce any law that denies anyone life, liberty, or property without due process. Anytime somebody transmit a deadly force radio wave from any antenna anywhere to a human being, that is a deadly force. And that is also, there's federal and state U.S. code, criminal code, and penal code that support the 14th Amendment law for due process, that no state shall make or enforce any law that denies anyone life, liberty, or property without due process. So before they're allowed to transmit a radio wave to my brain or my body or whatever, they legally have to take me to a public court of jurisdiction to be seen before a judge so that I can defend myself against the accusations being made against me and present defense for myself against the allegations. And they know they can't do that because they don't have any allegations against me. I've done no wrong to any of them, so they can't take me to public court. So they rely on their Baphomet Mason Hellenic secret court, which is going to get torn apart, and they're all going to get put in jail eventually. Please, I'm begging you. These people are the worst criminals you've ever seen in your life. All they do is sit in their apartments all day long, attacking people with radio waves. This is very serious. Please believe me. I'm begging you, please believe me. This is very serious.